Hello, my beautiful friends. Holly here again. So we're going through this chapter, the introduction, and I was going to go over this paragraph that's so powerful. It's like the the most important, one of the most important topics, within all the books. And that is, I believe with all my heart that until we can make peace with our past and understand the blessing in every moment, we cannot move forward. So that's what we were talking about in the previous video, and we were touching on so many important things. But we had just dropped off at how to move forward. How can we move forward when we have all this weight of all the things that we're carrying from our past? If we just focus on the future, we're not addressing that we're still carrying this heavy backpack that we've taken on. So how do we, move from carrying this heavy backpack to not having it anymore, to be able to move freely and not have this heavy weight on our shoulders from this bag that we have created, by the way, we've created it. So in this video, we're going to talk about with each event, that happens. So in the last one, we were talking about, we had the example of we do a maths test and we don't do well in the maths test, and we assume we already take on the belief that we aren't smart enough. We're not smart, from one test. It can be that simple, I have a cousin and, she was at school and she was in year 1 or year 2. I can't remember. But the teacher brought her up to the blackboard and asked her to write the word elephant. And she didn't spell it correctly. And the teacher herself called her stupid. And she's taken that on her whole life. That because in year 1 or whatever year it was, year 2, she couldn't spell elephant, that she must be stupid. I mean, it was that simple to create that belief. It was that simple. We didn't take into consideration that she wasn't born here, that she came when she was 5 years old. None of that was taken into consideration. This was not her first language. But she instantly took that on, and from then on was afraid to try, all new things because she would fail, because she wasn't smart enough. How many of you are out there at the moment, and you've had moments in your childhood where you've made that decision, just that one decision. You're not smart enough because of some test that you did, or for some moment. It doesn't even need to be a test. It could have been a moment like that. You were asked to do something and the teacher already told you, look, don't even try, because you're not good enough to do that, either maths or English or whatever it was that you were attempting at the time. And in that moment that happens, you feel that you're not supported. You don't have all the tools. You don't have everything that you need to help you move forward with that. I don't know how to spell that. Well, who's there to teach me? Who's there to show me how to do it? Who's there to tell me that I can? We feel unsupported. We feel like, that's it. I have to give that up because I can't do it. And the problem is, and this is where I was going to get, just at the end of the last video, I was just about to touch on this. It's not about the event, and it's not about what we decide about ourselves that makes that backpack so heavy. It's the feeling that goes with it. So let's say we do that test and we come out with 40 out of 100. How does that make you feel when you receive that piece of paper back from the teacher? There's red writing. Usually there was red writing on there. The 40 out of 100 in bright red. And all the crosses going through your test in bright red. When I started teaching piano, I refused to use red. I refused. There was just something about that color that already had negative attachments to it, negative feelings. It's not the event that's so heavy, and it's not what happened and the decisions that you made. It's how you felt, how it makes you feel. You failed the test. How do you feel? You feel ashamed. You feel that you're not good enough. It's not so much that you're not smart enough, but you're not good enough to pass that test. You weren't good enough. You feel ashamed. You feel bad. You feel sad inside. And that's just one event out of thousands and thousands and thousands that you had in your childhood. One event that you decided. You made all those decisions about yourself. But that pack, that bag that you carry on your back, it's not the events. And it's not so much the beliefs, the decisions that you made about yourself. It's all the feelings that are in there that don't make you feel good about who you are. The feelings of not being worthy, the feelings of not being good enough, the feelings of you can't be loved. And most of those did not come from a test at school. Most of those came from our homes, from our parents, all those feelings. They're the ones that hurt. They're the ones that cause us pain and suffering inside. Now, what I want you to be absolutely clear about with all of these videos, with all of these books, we're not rehashing the past to relive the pain and the suffering. You already do that every day. When someone does something that triggers you, you're already reliving all that pain that's still in that backpack. You're still carrying with you. You're in a queue to buy a coffee and someone cuts in front of you. How does that make you feel? Does that make you angry? Does it make you sad? What am I, invisible? Can they not see I'm standing here? How does it make you feel? And like that, there are hundreds of moments throughout your day of things that make you feel bad, make you feel sad, make you feel angry. Because for me, that would make me angry before all of this. If someone cut in front of me, what am I, invisible? Can they not see I'm standing here? And it's funny, you have to really pay attention to the words that you choose. Am I invisible? Can they not see that I'm standing here? I've chosen those words very deliberately because as a child, when my sister was born, that's exactly how I felt. Invisible, cast aside, no longer wanted, no longer loved. None of those were true, but from the event of my sister being born, that's what I took out of it. That I was no longer wanted. I was like a toy that my mum no longer wanted to play with. Just cast aside because now she had a new toy. This is what I took from that event at the age of 5. And so at the age of 40, if someone cut in front of me, whether it was in traffic, whether it was in a queue, that was exactly what I would think. What am I, invisible? Can they not see that I'm standing here? Can they not see that I'm trying to get into the traffic? My blinker is on. Are they blind? And my anger would flare up. I would be so angry. So if you find that you're going through your days and there are things that come up in your day that make you angry or make you sad, like, dude, I'm standing right here. Can you not see I'm here? Right? If you're affected in any way, there's still stuff in your backpack that hasn't been healed. This is what we're looking at. We're not looking to relive the pain, to rehash it, to bring it back up so we can suffer it over and over and over again because we've already done that. We're looking to bring it out, look at it with loving eyes, see it for what it was, and be able to return it back to love, so that we don't have to carry it anymore. We can let it go. That's how we let it go. We return it to love. And in all of these videos, we're going to be talking a lot about what that means, how to do that. So if that's something that you need, it's something that you yearn for, you're in the right place. All right, my darlings, I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.